Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by so early in the morning. Y'all, it's early. But you know what we used to say, if you're gonna go all day, you gotta start early. So we're gonna start early because we're gonna spend the day together, y'all. We're gonna talk about what I eat in a day, what I do in a day, what I do that I shouldn't do in a day, what I do that you cannot do in a day and be better than me. But anyway, before we get into any of that, y'all go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. It's early, y'all, so you can keep up with the shenanigans because there's going to be some shenanigans, y'all. I just messed up my own intro. Anyway, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since about 3:15. I got me some water. Well, I brought my water with me because, you know, I always got the water. I got my coffee together. Of course, I set that the night before, and I drink black coffee for a while before I do anything in the morning. So I got my black coffee ready. I got the Felons, their medicine, because, you know, that's really, like, coffee's priority 2, but I do that before priority 1 because priority 1 is eating its breakfast while I'm getting my coffee. Then the Felons get their medicines, so they've done that. They have had their comfort break. So now we're gonna go upstairs and work for probably about 45 minutes. Because at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna jump on the bike, ride for a while, and then I'll come back in and we will make what's probably gonna be first breakfast. Yeah, probably gonna be first breakfast. And then we'll eat some more later. So let me go work for a while. I won't see y'all before I get on the bike because I'm gonna be running around like a wild woman, but I'll come back after and we'll make first breakfast together. All right, so I'll see y'all in a little while. You know what, y'all go back to bed. It's early. Go back to bed, get you a little nap. I'll see you about 5:45 and we'll put together some breakfast. Oh, all right, y'all. I did my 45-minute ride. Now it is time for first breakfast. We have about 13 minutes before I have to be in class. So, of course, I'm going to throw together my breakfast sandwich. I just realized that I only have one breakfast egg left, so we got to make eggs today, but that's fine. We're going to cook other stuff anyway, so let's get this going. Usually, I do this in a 10-minute, let me turn y'all this way. In 10 minutes, so 15 minutes is actually kind of a leisurely, well, 13 minutes is kind of a leisurely pace, but we still got to hurry a little. So I have found that you can cut these, but they're really already kind of like halfway split. So if you just kind of pull them apart with your fingers, it works just fine. You just got to be a little patient with it. And if you cut them, it makes it too weird. So, all right, so there's that. I'm going to toast my muffin. While that's going, I'm going to get my egg. And my Canadian bacon in the microwave oven for 30 seconds. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna let the Felons take a little comfort break. All right, come on, babies. All right, so that's good and hot. I'm gonna throw this together. And there is my 3-point or 3-bite, I think, breakfast sandwich. I could probably do 2 pieces of Canadian bacon, but that's good. So I got my sandwich. I got beans for the Felons. I'm gonna grab them, run upstairs, teach. I gotta teach from 6 to 8:30. I have a little break at 8:30, so I'll be down. We'll take a comfort break, and well, I'll check in with y'all then. So let me go, let me get them, let me wolf this down and get to work. So I'll see y'all in a little while. All right, friends, I got a 10-minute break in between classes, which is just enough time to wolf down a banana with some chocolate hummus, get a comfort break in for each Felon and me, and then get back to class. which is actually perfect because I got to teach for an hour and 15 minutes, and then I'm going to finish up my ride, which will be about another 65 minutes. So this will be just like a perfect little bit of protein, little bit of like carbs, fruit, sugar, that whole thing, just enough to keep me going through the rest of my ride. So I'm going to eat this, do that, and in case you're keeping score, y'all, we are about 100 miles ahead of Longhorn David. Well, a little more than 100 miles. We will finish the day probably a little more than 100 miles ahead of Longhorn David, but tomorrow is the day that he does his long ride. So that's generally when he cracks off like 40 miles in a day. So we can't let up, y'all. So, I know I'm the only one that's actually in this competition, but I don't care, I'm winning. So I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna get back to class, and I will see y'all, probably I'll see y'all after I ride, and we'll see if we're gonna eat some more then or not, because this is like, I don't know, this isn't breakfast, this is a snack. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Y'all, I just got smoked in that ride. So I did my 65 minutes, 30, 20, and 15, 30, 50, yeah. That I had to do some quick gym math right there. So I'm done riding for the day. I did not get to do my workout, so I'll do that like my strength or whatever workout. I'll do that later because let me tell you what happened. Y'all know the furry felons get green beans for a treat because they're a little bit delicate. Well, they're little, and Daisy's got bad knees. Bo is here and Daisy's over there, so that's why I'm like pointing like you can see what I'm doing. But Daisy has bad knees, and they're like, the dogs are little, so they just can't carry any extra weight. So just their whole lives, they've had, other than when the intern goes rogue, their whole lives they've had green beans as treats. So I keep fresh green beans in the house. Hang on. Sorry about that. I was a little parched, but I keep fresh green beans in the house just for the felons. Like, humans aren't allowed to eat their green beans. Well, I opened their green beans last night and they were like mushy, like a fresh bag of green beans was mushy. So I was like, that will not do. So I did a Walmart order, which got here while I was on the bike, and the intern texted me and said at Sam's, which means if I text him back quickly, he'll bring me what I need from Sam's. So we're going to do a quick grocery haul. But let me tell you, before we get into all that, let me just assuage your concerns, because I know y'all are worried about this. I believe I have established a big enough lead on Longhorn David that even when he cracks off 40 miles tomorrow, and you know what, y'all? I will edit, this video will be edited and it will go up after tomorrow, but obviously I'll finish like shooting it today. So I will interject here later how many miles he actually does tomorrow, but I think I have banked enough miles that even after his 40-mile ride tomorrow, I'll still have a 100-mile lead on him in the competition that only I know about. So anyway, let's do this quick haul because then I got to get to work. Got the big cans of canned chicken, because y'all know I'll eat a whole can of canned chicken in a salad. Got a couple of these, non-fat plain Greek yogurt. These are from the Sam's Club, so they're the big ones. The intern brought me the good salad mix, so guess what we're going to have for lunch? I'm not going to have second breakfast. I mean, we can really kind of count that banana and hummus. I mean, that's like a normal person-sized breakfast, especially if you put a little like single serving size Greek yogurt with it, which I didn't. But the amount of hummus I can scoop onto a banana, that's a breakfast. But anyway, I am not going to have second breakfast because I got to get to teaching, and I'm going to have a big old salad for lunch. So anyway, the spring mix. I got some 99% lean ground turkey, which I think we're going to cook this for dinner. The intern, so here is a picture of the difference, just the contrast between the intern and Fit Danielle. So I got ground turkey, and the intern got these prime rib beef steak. They're like beef steak sliders. So I think, and this is like 2 pounds of it. So I think I'm going to keep some of these as sliders, but I think I might mush some of it together and make maybe meatballs or a meatloaf or something out of it, because that man don't need that many sliders. But anyway, got that. So squeaky, sorry. Got some more eggs, because y'all know I I got to make eggs for my breakfast eggs. Finally got me some more Halo Top ice cream. Let me go ahead and put this in the fridge. Or I meant in the freezer. That's the salted caramel, sea salt caramel, whatever, Halo Top. That's the one that I like, so that's the one that I get. The intern brought me avocados. These are still hard, so I think I'll probably use frozen avocados in my salad. Y'all remind me, I'll show you the bag of frozen avocados I keep for emergencies. The intern brought me more of the Thomas's English muffins. Sorry about that. Those are super cheap at the Sam's Club. So if you have like a Sam's Club, Costco, BJ, something around you, check and see if they have those there and compare the price of those at your big box store compared to, like, he was going to pick me up some at the grocery store one day and it was literally twice the price for like one sleeve of the Thomas's like multi-grain English muffin. So yeah, check your big box stores. Check your big boxes. I got the good salad or the good sandwich lettuce, the already cleaned and cut up, I think it's romaine leaf lettuce, whatever it is. This is the one I eat on a sandwich. I was going to have sandwiches for lunch, but then the intern brought me the spring mix. I got apples, and I'm afraid because the felons are going to hear this. I got the bags of beans. These are mushy too. Are all of them mushy? Oh, these are good. All right. I got one bag of good beans. I can tell, like you can tell you can tell by just looking at it. And y'all, so I can literally say, they sell these to feed to humans. I wouldn't feed those to my dogs. Although I would feed stuff to some humans that I would not feed to my dogs. There's lots of stuff I would not feed to my dogs. Anyway, let me get this put up. I got to get to work and then I'll be back later and we'll make a big old salad for lunch. All right, so y'all find something to do. Make yourselves useful and I'll be back later and we'll eat lunch together. All right, y'all, I was legit headed upstairs to work, but I got distracted because I realized that the brown man had come. Well, not the brown man, I guess the purple man. The FedEx had come and dropped me off a package. And I was so excited. I want to go ahead and open this because y'all, I got a new food processor. I know, right? And we never get to unbox, like I was going to say we never get to unbox stuff on this channel. Well, one, it's a new channel. But I did used to unbox stuff on my other channel, but it was never food and fitness stuff. Like, I guess if you think about it, like hauling groceries is kind of like unboxing food, but how's that fun? This is fun, y'all. So I did some shopping and I have had my old food processor for seriously I'm sure that I've had it the whole time I've lived here, which has been 15 years. So I've had it for over 15 years. So it's time. I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but I kept having to when I would stop to check the food inside, I would have to mash the blade back down onto the thing. That's not supposed to be part of using a food processor. So I knew that it was kind of starting to die and it was making this awful screaming noise, which isn't good. And here was the coup de grace was my hummus has not been as smooth as it needed to be. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet and buy a new food processor. So I did some shopping and the best one that I found was this 16 cup Breville thing that y'all was like $600. No, I know, right? 600 American dollars. And I was like, all right, that's a lot. That's too, no, there is no justifying that, even if you try to write that thing off. So I ended up getting the Breville Sous Chef 9, not the 16. So let's bust into this. I have no idea how this is gonna work. So let me get this open and then we'll see what it is. It comes in its own little egg crate. I might have to lay it down to do this. Here's the ubiquitous, you should read this before you use it, but nobody does guide. Oh yeah, I need to lay this down. Hang on. Oh. All right. This thing, oh, so now y'all can't hear. I'll just stay right here because we're not going to be doing this for long. This thing, oh my gosh, is a monster. So I'm guessing this is the, oh yeah, this is the base. Y'all, this thing is heavy. So this is the Breville. My old one is a Cuisinart. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Oh, all right. And the reason I'm so excited is, I mean, it's beautiful and I'm excited. Hang on. Let me do that so I'm not rattling in y'all's faces the whole time. Let me adjust that back up a bit. Y'all, it's beautiful. So one of the reasons I'm so excited, other than just that this thing is so noisy, other than that I just got a new beautiful kitchen gadget, is, y'all go ahead and judge me. I'm almost out of chocolate hummus. I know I'm always almost out of chocolate hummus, but I knew I had ordered this, so I didn't go ahead and make some with the old one and have the little like chickpea bits in it. I said, I'm gonna wait for the new one to come and make it nice. So, do I have junk in the way? Can y'all even see this thing? Oh, it's beautiful. What is this? Look at this thing. What even is all that? I have no idea. So I guess I should really look at the quick start guide. And we're not going to make hummus together because how many times have we done that? So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I wanted to show this to y'all. So let me get off here. I need to work and then I'm going to make hummus. So let me go work and then I'll make hummus and then I'll be back. So y'all sit tight and I'll be back.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one. Only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed. A life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe.
All right, y'all, I did my core workout finally, which you might or might not, well, you will have already either seen or not seen some footage of that because my camera glitched, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best lighting out there. I did the workout, all right? That's pretty much all I can say about it. So you might or might not see some of that, but it's done. So now I'm gonna have some of this delicious looking spring mix and then get back to work. So I'm gonna make me a salad. And y'all, let me tell you what, first of all, these Felons love, here. I don't know if they actually like lettuce or if they just like making me give them lettuce, or here's the other option, is I think they like some of these kinds of lettuce and then other ones they don't like, because sometimes they'll eat it and then sometimes they just leave it laying around on the floor, and then the intern yells at me later for giving the dogs random things. So anyway, here's my goal with the salad, is to make it fancy enough that it's interesting, but not so fancy that when I'm thinking about making it, I go, ugh, forget it. I don't want to go through all that. I'll just eat a sandwich. So I start off with some spring mix, and I just hack it up with some scissors. And then I take me a tomato, same scissors, and you know we got to hack off a chunk for the Felons. This they definitely like. And then I just use this same bowl. I know, seriously, world's most boring chemistry experiment. This is kind of mushy. We'll see how it works. Use my Chopzilla. Oh, that worked. Did I ever tell y'all about the Chopzilla? So on Facebook, I know only old folks are on Facebook. Anyway, I'm a member of one of those like coupon groups, and I keep saying I need to not be a member of that group because one, it makes me think I need things I definitely don't need, and two, the stuff that's on there is so random that usually like I just don't even care, but every once in a while, can you hear these little Felon toes? Every once in a while something good comes up. And they had one of these things for like $9 or something. So I was like, yes, thank you. So I ordered it. And then literally that very same day, the intern was like, oh, I bought you a present. Or your present came in the mail day. I was like, what present? He said, oh, I didn't tell you I got you something. I was like, no. It was this. He just randomly bought me the exact same random thing that I had ordered from a coupon on the Facebooks. I ordered from the Amazons. So, and y'all, I kid you not, like it was like temporally proximal, like it was close enough in time that I was able to go on and cancel my order. So I didn't end up paying the $9 to whatever, however much it was for the one that I saw on the Facebooks. And I got the one the intern bought me. So anyway, it's not really called a Chopzilla. I don't know what it's called, but I call it a Chopzilla because I think it's funny. All right, so there's that. And now I'm going to take my same bowl, and I opened my can of chicken, and I squeezed out the juice. I know that is repugnant. That's why I went ahead and did it before y'all got here, because that's gross. And I'm just going to slap it into the bowl now. Remember that my avocados are like little freaking alligator pear rocks right now. So I keep these in the freezer, and I'm down to just the very, very end of my little bag of it. So I thawed it out, and I'm going to dump my now thawed frozen avocado into my chicken, which is not nearly as much avocado as I want to have, but it's as much as I got. So, and I'm not going to cut up one of those super underripe ones because that would just be gross. So there's that. And I love soy sauce in my avocados. So even though there's not much avocado to this, I'm going to throw in some soy sauce. Mostly, well, because it's delicious and to get the salt. So I'm going to let that soak that up. And while that's doing that, oh no, you know what? I know, the world's most boring chemistry experiment, I'm telling you. I got my tablespoon measure, and I'm gonna mix up my dressing. So I'm gonna mix up a tablespoon of my low-fat buttermilk dressing, which that's 0.0 anything for 1 tablespoon. and 1 tablespoon of Hidden Valley Ranch light dressing. And that's 1 bite. So that's kind of a heaping tablespoon. Y'all don't judge me. And I'm going to mix that up. And it's a little bit sweet, and y'all, this looks gross. I know it looks gross, but it's delicious. And I don't care how it looks, because it's good. And I'm the one eating it, not y'all. Because my recipe for dressing is just a little bit sweet for me, and I've said that all along. So when you mix in the soy sauce, it gives it just a little kick. So I'm gonna dump all this delicious dressing on my salad. And there's lunch. So I am going to eat my salad with my side of chicken and avocado, and I have my carrots to eat with my roasted, almost said roasted red bell pepper. That's red bell pepper. That's not right. This is sun-dried tomato. My sun-dried tomato hummus. And y'all, what you see in there, that's my 0-point ranch dressing, because sometimes I'm just an animal and I double dip, but I'm the only one that eats this stuff, so whatever. But yeah, that's what that is. So if you're like, oh my God, there's mold in there. No, it's not. Y'all stop judging me. So anyway, so I'm going to eat my salad with my chicken and some carrots. And that's going to be it. I should really eat a couple of boiled eggs or something to get some more protein, but there's plenty of protein in that chicken. And I'm just not that hungry. So I'm going to eat this. And if I'm still hungry, then I'll eat an egg or 2 eggs, but I'm not going to be. And I would rather eat this so that I know what I'm eating. Like I know I'll go ahead and count that much chicken as I've had that much protein for the day. I would rather do that than have an egg and then this and some of the chicken and not really know what I'm eating. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna get back to work because I got some stuff to do and I have another class to teach. So I'm gonna go do that and I will check in with y'all later. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm just done for the day. I rode my bike, lifted my weights, taught my classes. I got something I gotta do later, but in the meantime, I'm ready to either get on the couch, or it actually has turned out to be a nice day. So I'm ready to either get on the couch or go sit in my swingy chair and read books with my dogs. But I got to figure out dinner, and I'm not ready to eat yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I got to make eggs for in the morning, which y'all know I had my last egg this morning. So we don't got to do that together. We did that last week. All that is I'm going to take 8 eggs, whip them up in a bowl, scoop them out into that red muffin top, muffin tin thing that I have that makes not actual muffin size, but bigger muffin size eggs. Scoop it into there, put in some fat-free cheese, bake it at, it's 375 in my oven, but it's 350 in real life because my oven's a little long in the tooth. So anyway, bake it until, I don't even know how long I bake them for, but bake them just until they're done. You do not want to overcook these things because then they're not nice. But anyway, and then you still got to eat them because eggs are so expensive. So just make them nice. So anyway, I'm going to do that. But right now, I'm going to throw together, and if y'all paid attention during my grocery haul, you know what I'm going to make. I'm going to throw together some ground turkey meatballs. So I'm going to take my pound of 99% lean turkey meat into, I'm gonna go ahead and squish it up a little. Into that I'm gonna throw 1 egg. Oh, dang it, I do this every single time. Sorry, my bracelet, you know what, hang on. Take off my bracelet so I don't sound like the church bells on a Sunday morning. Every single time I stick my hands in the turkey before I mix up so I measured out my tablespoon of breadcrumbs, but I didn't pour in my no-fat silk almond milk. What is it? Silk, this one, the unsweet silk almond milk. So I'm going to pour that in there. I think I used Italian breadcrumbs, but whatever. Hey, it's a tablespoon of breadcrumbs. I'm going to let that sit for just a minute and start mushing up my turkey. I'm going to throw in, usually I do bell pepper and onions, but I didn't have any bell pepper. So I'm just doing a whole lot of onions, which is fine. I got a sweet onion, so it'll be all right. Now I'm going to throw in, so recipes always call for just breadcrumbs, but I feel like just breadcrumbs get clumpy. And if you mix breadcrumbs with a little bit of milk, like whatever your milk is, my milk of course is almond milk. I use that for everything. So I feel like if you mix the breadcrumbs with a little bit of milk and throw it in, it still kind of thickens and makes your stuff all goo together, but it keeps your breadcrumbs from getting clumpy. So there's that. I'm going to put in some, maybe kind of a lot of everything but the kitchen sink seasoning. When I make this with really any other kind of meat, especially ground beef, I don't use nearly that much seasoning, but you know turkey's a little bit not as tasty as ground beef. So chicken, I don't use that. I mean, I still use the anything but the kitchen sink, but not that much. But like turkey really kind of needs a little help not tasting like nothing. So there's that. Hang on, let me wash my hands. It's, to step on a felon. It's really just the one hand that got dirty, but you can't wash the one hand without washing the other hand. So I had to waste me a washing and wash both hands. All right, so now I'm going to take my 1 tablespoon scooper and just scoop this out. All right, so now these are going to go in the air fryer. I think it does 375 when you set it on air fry. They'll go, now look, I know I probably did like 8 different things wrong when I put these on here, including put them too close together. But y'all, they're not like cookies. They're not going to spread. They're actually going to get smaller. So settle down. And I would have made them look nicer if I was serving them to anybody but me, but I'm not, so it's fine. So they're going to go in the air fryer, 375. About 7 minutes, I'll move them around a bit, let them go about 6 more minutes, and then they'll be done. And I'm not even coming back for a taste test because I know exactly what they're going to taste like. They're going to taste like ground turkey and onion with some flavoring on them. And I know that I like them, and I know they're going to be good. So we're going to call that done. I thought of something while I was making these. I was thinking if I was making them for anybody, even the intern, I would make them nicer. And it reminded me that the intern made a joke the other day that he should start his own video, like YouTube channel called like The Intern Speaks or something. And I was like, you know what? We should do like Fit Danielle and the Intern spots, like do taste tests of things. And he was like, well, I'm not going to like anything you like, which is kind of the point, right? Like, so if you don't know who the intern is, go back. I talked about him in my last video, and I don't think, because this channel isn't monetized yet, I don't think I can link it here, but I'll put the timestamp from that video of where I actually talked about who the intern is. But so go back and see that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the comments if you want to see like taste tests with me and the intern, like I mean, not weird stuff. We're not going to do like frog eyeballs or something, but things that I like that somebody who's more health conscious likes. The intern is like the meat and potatoes, like everyday kind of guy. So if you have an intern and you want to know like what he's going to think about something versus what maybe if you're more health conscious, what you think about it, I mean, it might be worth doing, like Fit Danielle and the Intern taste foods or something. I know that's a very interesting, like very exciting title for a segment. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you want to see a segment with me and the intern, like, I mean, not like every week because he just wouldn't play that much. But anyway, let me know if you're interested in seeing me and the intern taste test things. And y'all, that's it. That's what I eat in a day. So let us know in the comments, what kind of things do you eat in a day? That was really like a standard day of eating for me. So I'll have these for dinner in a little while, maybe with some rice and black beans. And if I'm hungry later, I'll probably eat like some boiled eggs or something just to get a little more protein in, because I didn't eat a whole ton of protein today. But other than that, I am done eating. So I feel like I eat like a significant amount in a day, especially that big old can of chicken. So let us know in the comments, what kind of things do you tend to eat in a day, and what kind of activity do you do in a day? So what do you eat, and what kind of activities do you do on a normal day for you? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out all day with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos on this channel at the beginning of every week, with some book videos over on Fit Danielle Reads sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.